People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Because you always just that active when defenders are being given, like. Because you always just that active when defenders are being given, like. Because you always just that active when defenders are being given, like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian, man. Come on.
Thank you very much for that, Ian. Right, people, deluded. I'm back again. First things first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and of course, good night. Appreciative to you lot wherever you're tuned in from. It's Manchester City against Sheffield United. It's a semi-final at Wembley of the FA Cup. 90 minutes plus or excluding extra time away from a day out. And we all love an underdog story. Sheffield United are obviously the underdog, so they're naturally going to be the neutrals' favourite. I know a lot of people don't want Manchester City to win the league. You can see the obvious. Of course, I don't, even though... That's less about Arsenal, the better, innit? And I'm sure United fans don't want City to do a treble. And if I was a Man United fan, you got to, as I told Arsenal fans, worrying about Manchester City on Wednesday, we need to focus on Southampton first. They can't look at a potential final against Sheffield United or City, and City fans can't do the same for United or Brighton because the job is at hand. But if I was a United fan, I'd probably want City to win, City to lose purely because I'd rather play Sheffield United in the final with the greatest of respect. And I can't lie, this season's flown by, you know. It's just dawned on me. We're sat here in April, about to turn into May. We're in the semi-finals of an FA Cup. The Champions League is at the business end, the Europa and everything else as well. Bro, appreciative you lot tuned in. Twitch ganger, one love. Again, if you're on YouTube, smash the like button, people. First things first, it's actually... It started off hot in the United Kingdom, and now it's cold. So now my fan needs to come off. And appreciative to some of you for joining me for my second live stream of the day as well, people. City are cruising. I mean, you know, Pep, obviously City are there like it's happening. We're in the business end. We're in the semi-finals of the champs of the FA Cup. Prems, Arsenal have bottled the game or bottled the last few games. You win your next two. They should be happy. They should be excited. But I think someone like Pep Guardiola, who's been in these scenarios more often than not, while he, you know, human, you have to feed on the human element. The players, you can't lie to the players, but they need to go out there and do the job. And I know Pep's a madman, but I did think maybe, even though Ortega's done well in his minutes, and some City fans I speak to are not really happy per se with Edison's personal form this season. I thought Edison might play, but he's elected for Ortega. Today marks 10 years since Manchester United last won the Prem. It's crazy being 28 years of age, you know. Being accustomed to Man United winning the league is crazy. It's been 10 years, isn't it? It's been even longer for some clubs. So, yeah, we're overspilling there. One love for everybody tuned in, man. Big up yourself, Danger, Too Shiesty. What a name. Big up yourself, S. And everybody else. Man said, afternoon, DG. Hope you've recovered after the disappointment of yesterday. I'm at that stage now of acceptance. I mean, I accept it in minute 90 anyway. You can't go back in time, but it is what it is. There's no point. Like I've appreciative to all of you lot tuned in at my last stream. You lot provided therapy for me. I've got it out now, man. We just have. Obviously, there's regret. The future brings uncertainty. There's no time like the present. Word to Arsene Wenger, innit? And presently, we're about to see kickoff between Man City and Sheffield United. So there at Wembley, Haaland's. Oof, you got Haaland there and die for Sheffield United. You know what? I'm a Sheffield fan, man. 2-1 Sheffield. And that you're going to score. I'm probably capping with the 2-1 Sheffield thing. But come on, boys. And we have kickoff, people. Let's make sure this is on HD. Yeah, it is. Sheffield United kicked off. And they've just played a lumping ball over the top. I mean, you know, you can't play better tiki-taka football than City. But long balls for 90 minutes are not going to be able to happen here. Gundogan's tried to knock it over the top for Haaland. Got to be careful. Hey, you're moving mad. You need to get the nerves out of you immediately. Ultimately, it's come to nothing, but the centre half of Sheffield United was waiting years to deal with that threat. And as you saw, once Haaland gets into his stride, it's scary. You know, in modern football, I can't lie. Haaland must be definitely on Wednesday, he's one of the most scariest sights. Could you imagine Haaland chasing down a football against your team? You don't want to see that. Sheffield United in possession. You need any nerves you got against City being the big bad bullies of the league and being at Wembley, you need to get that out immediately. Another ball over the top from Sheffield United. This time it's better. They could be in it. Oh, decent corner. Come on, Sheffield. Good start within this opening minute. Earn the corner for their troubles. I mean, it'd be interesting if Sheffield United could score. And if I'm honest, Sergio Gomez, he ain't played too much for City. Some City fans I speak to, not really convinced that he has it cut out. Some are saying keep him part of the City group and send him to whatever country in the four corners of the world to assist one of their sister clubs. So if Sheffield United, maybe that's a weak spot. And to be honest, maybe they noticed that because the last two attempts at going forward against City, they played over the top. So corner by Ollie Norwood. Oh, is Sheffield gone? Oh, big save by Ortega. I don't know if the offside flag would have went up. Hey, I thought they scored. Maybe the magic of the FA Cup is bearing down on this game, people. It's come to nothing. I need to see that again. I thought he scored. Corner's come in. It's been kept alive. Good control from Ndiaye, I believe, and he's got out his feet quickly and had a shot. Looking back at it, it's straight at the keeper, and it's a good save and a big save nonetheless from the Manchester City keeper. Maybe he's thinking he could have done better. I think if he does, he's been a bit harsh on himself. He had no real time to react there. Hands on his head suggests he knows how much of a golden chance that was. But as I was saying, you got Oliver Norwood. Ollie Norwood playing for Sheffield United. Did he not come from Manchester United's academy? So there's a bit of extra sizzle in it for him. Bernardo Silva, he's got a fresh haircut, his peak. Carl Walker, that was a good bit of play to keep the ball in play. And actually from Bernardo Silva. Looks so completely unrecognizable with a haircut. Hey. I'm a Sheffield United fan today. DG need extra time. I hear that. Imagine a Sunday League Haaland. You just have to scare him. Like that'll be the only way to deal with it. Sunday League. Just watch after the game, this, that, and the other. Like you can't stop him on the football pitch. Riyad Mahrez gets his first touch of the game. Sergio Gomez, Jack Grealish. Down this left-hand side. Can City get an early goal? You know, for both sides, as a neutral watching this, an early goal would do us fine. It's a bit upsetting that this Wembley Stadium isn't packed out. Shout out to all the fans that have travelled. Not been an easy journey or a quick journey for both sets of travelling fans. Ortega's done well. Carl Walker. And with the greatest of respect to Sheffield United, it doesn't mean much in a game like this. But I always find it interesting watching a Premier League team against a Championship team or below because beyond the obvious, you see just why, in my opinion, they're Premier League footballers. Like they just do little things quickly. I don't know how to make it make sense, but yeah. Carl Walker, Mahrez. So far, so good from Sheffield United. 3 minutes in, City haven't had a sniff. Only takes one opportunity for them to do something. So far, Sheffield United have actually had the better chance of the game. How different this time might look had they have got that goal. Grealish. As you would expect from Sheffield United, they can't really better City on the ball, but off it, they could be just as good by listening to their manager and making sure there's no holes in their formation. And right now, they've been very narrow, very rigid, force City backwards. In the modern day, it's difficult to do this for 90 minutes. And you can already see the City players starting to take up different positions. Some players actually just not running. Off the ball is everything in a Pep Guardiola side. And as you can see, they started off very compact. Some players are starting to hug the touchline. Carl Walker's tried to go forward and City have lost the ball here. But Sheffield United got to do better, giving it straight back. It's got to be exhausting playing a team like City. They're going to hold on to the ball for hours and hours. Gundogan. I think that's Alvarez, ref. You could have never bought that. Alvarez tries to buy a foul, tries to dive. It doesn't work. You got to be brave, Sheffield United. You're not being brave enough on the ball. You got to be brave. I don't think anyone will criticize you for making a mistake against Man City. You got to be brave. This ain't a championship tie with the greatest of respect. I'm saying I want you lot to win. Appreciate yourself, S. Right, Ben White 4. Oh, man, let's change that quickly. That is crazy. What one is it? Is it this? I'm like Ben White, as you can see, rattled from yesterday. Mr. Walker. What number is Walker? 2, isn't it? Speaking of that, Mahrez puts a ball into the box. I mean, City, as you know, they're going to be patient. They're going to have to be patient. They're going to have to keep the ball and simply make Sheffield United exhausted. And Sheffield are going to get opportunities in possession. They are going to get chances. They need to be brave. So respectfully, you know, you could say the same for City, but again, they're Man City. In the greatest of respects, everyone has a short career. It flies by, and you're gonna think about the games that you could have played in, the games you did play in. Have no regrets. How many of you can say you'll be in a semi-final at Wembley as a professional footballer again in your career? I'm sure a couple of the Sheffield United boys will see this again, but you've got to play like your life depends on it. These are the moments, no matter what country you're from, that everyone that wanted to be a footballer dreamed of doing, essentially. Appreciate it. Let's activate for that. Shame it ain't a full house. Yeah, hope it's not a full house on Wednesday. Well, at least where Sheffield United are concerned. Sheffield United could have been in here again. I think it's gone. Has he earned the corner? Or is it gone out? I thought initially it's went out of play. I'm not too sure. Another searching ball over the top from Sheffield United, and simply winning the flick-ons presented a good opportunity. The angle's probably would have went against Ndai, but if I was a Sheffield United fan, that gives me a lot of positive feeling because he's got him. He's actually slipped, and he maybe reckons he could have done better. But the striker's shown he's up for it. He's had 2-1-2 chances, half chances if that. Third time lucky potentially. Laporte. Now I don't know statistically, but feels like I haven't. When I've done a Man City watch along, it feels like I haven't seen you play in like 10 years. Gundogan, Walker, inverted fullback stuff. Bernardo Silva, interesting. Kyle Walker kind of looking to be an inverted fullback more because I think Pep indirectly gave him a challenge when he kind of got onto him in the press and he was kind of saying or playing down Walker's abilities in playing that. Sergio Gomez, Jack Grealish. Skips past his man, does he? No, he checks back in. Sergio Gomez puts a deep ball into the box. It's sent back where it came from by Sheffield United. But City are relentless. Kyle Walker, that's a lovely pass. Oh, yeah, I don't know if the offside flag would have went up, and it's not quite a lovely pass into Mahrez. But had that come off, had Trent or Kevin De Bruyne did that assist, we'll be waffling about it all week, really. Manchester City's goalkeeper, Ortega. I mean, I've seen Man City's goalie quite frequently. That's a good look for Sheffield. Come on, Sheffield United, man. Kyle Walker once again on the ball. Well, it looks like our great club, Apple, crumbled at the vital part of the season. At least we're in the Champions League next season. True, but want to win some trophies, bro. As an Arsenal fan, I always want to win the FA Cup. I must admit, I'm jealous of both clubs. And, you know, with Brighton and Manchester United tomorrow, the 4 clubs still in this. This should be us. I know United went out against Sevilla, but if I'm set, it shouldn't be us because we didn't do it. But I'm quite annoyed to, as much as we're doing or not doing what we're doing in the Prem, whether you win, that's another thing. Wanted to be in the semi-finals or the latter stages of a trophy. I think we're good. I think we deserve that. Shout yourself, man. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button, folks. Every like helps. Gundogan, Laporte. Sergio Gomez, Jack Grealish. City like to kill you by like torturing you. They'll just keep the ball and just wait for the moments and then pick you off. They're not really, when they turn it on, they're relentless, but they don't look to do that immediately. Gundogan, Kyle Walker. See with Mahrez. Does he find Bernardo Silva? Bernardo Silva keeps it on, but cynically, it's like it's actually a throw-in for City. I didn't see it come off a red and white shirt. Throw-in for Riyad Mahrez is Manchester City. Interestingly, Kyle Walker's not showing the willingness to take off. Finally, must be really getting old. It's the longest I've seen Kyle Walker take to get into shot. Nonetheless, thrown on this right-hand side for Manchester City. Bernardo Silva nonchalantly flicks at it. Sander Berge clears it. And he's tried to put it into the channels for Ndai to chase. And Ndai, to his credit, chased it, but that was a lost cause in truth. Laporte takes the throw-in for Man City quickly and gives it to his second-choice keeper. Even if City go out today, I don't trust my team to do their thing. Obviously, Man United play Brighton. That's going to be a clash, man. I ain't going to lie, I want you lot to go out, but it'd be nice for football, Sheffield United or Brighton win it. I don't really want to, not that I got any beef with City per se, but the obvious, but I don't want them to do a treble. In truth, well, the FA Cup's all English teams, but once Arsenal go out, I don't really care who wins it again. Sheffield United trying to mount an attack, and they could have been in here. Kanji's done well. Maybe the camera was playing tricks on me. But Sheffield United, on occasion, they've tried to pop it over the top and into the channel. So that's where their manager and maybe the team suggest that that's City's weak points, or not even weak points, the points where they think they could cause City problems. Kyle Walker in possession. Finds Laporte. Laporte, if you're not getting the game time you feel you deserve over there, you know what to do. See what we're doing for Zinchenko and Jesus, playing week in, week out. Join us. Akanji tries to use his, you see what joining City does for you? He's tried to use his weaker peg to clip it over the top for Haaland, forgetting capabilities. Riyad Mahrez. Gundogan. It's not really that many options for City, saying that. Sergio Gomez done well to get them out of there, as has Bernardo Silva. But it's all in front of Sheffield United. Gundogan, square pass, finds the left-footed Laporte. Sergio Gomez asks for it. Jack Grealish is the one who actually gets it. Grealish with an opportunity to take on his teammate. Take on an opponent and find a teammate. And he's found Gundogan. It's all in front of Sheffield United, but City are getting closer and closer and closer. Gundogan, Sergio Gomez, Jack Grealish. What a team City are. Grealish finds Sergio Gomez. Not really the best ball in truth into the box by Gomez. Nonetheless, for his troubles, Manchester City have won a corner. People. Is it Ahmed Hodzic? He's meant to be highly rated and things like that. So it's an opportunity to see what he's about as a defender against Man City. You're not gonna live or die on your performance against City, but yeah. Great to see clubs like Sheffield United having a great payday. That's why the FA Cup is the greatest cup. Hear that? Hopefully, Man City and Sheffield United fans get home safely and enjoy their day. Riyad Mahrez with the corner. Surely that's another one for Sheffield United. It did look like Haaland pushed his man Egan, but Egan done well against Haaland. He's had to concede another corner though. See what's going on. Riyad Mahrez, we're all awaiting your delivery. Mahrez with a corner. This time it's better. Is that a third corner? I don't know. If a City did a City or Sheffield man get that? Appears there could be a head injury with Akanji and the refs temporarily stop play. I'm unclear as to camera angle didn't actually help me there. I actually assume it's a throw-in. And it is a Manchester City throw-in deep in Sheffield United territory. Jack Grealish sparing his fullback the troubles of taking it, and he takes it. Gomez gives it back to him. Grealish gives it back to the young Sergio Gomez. He plays it to Laporte, keeps it moving and finds Akanji. City starting to pick up the pace of their passes little by little now. It's good from Sheffield United, though. 0-0. Kyle Walker's forced to go home. Finds Akanji. Akanji turns on the ball instead and plays it into their channels. It's a lovely, cute flick on by Bernardo Silva. No way Mahrez could get a foul for that. Don't know what he was doing there. And Sheffield United have a chance to do something now. Looks like they need a bit more inspiration, a bit more courage, a bit more bravery on the ball, I'd say, Sheffield United. See, look, too panicky. But saying that, Akanji, this is it. And Dye never had a chance there. Akanji did well. And it's back here for the 55th time with Sheffield United. Let's see what can happen out here. Kyle Walker. Bernardo Silva. This guy's balance, dribbling, close control. It's ridiculous. Julian Alvarez hasn't had a chance there. Almost brought it down. Interesting to see Alvarez and Haaland starting. Jack Grealish calls for it quickly and looks like he wants to take the throw. Throws it and finds Alvarez. Alvarez does well to get City out of that tight space and finds Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker. Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez, that's terrible from him, really, giving it straight back to Sheffield United. Sheffield United have given it away, ref. I mean, I think Haaland's been denied a screamer there. That's a very good effort. I think that's a very soft free kick to give in Sheffield United's favour. And I think Haaland's been denied an absolute screamer. I don't think anything's wrong there. To be fair, the keeper's not even... I don't know if the keeper knows that play's been stopped. I think Oliver Norwood is very fortunate. Still 0-0 with half an hour to go of this first half, folks. Pep Guardiola's began pacing up and down. I don't know what's going through the mind of their manager. Goal kick, potentially. Why is it froze? TV's froze. That's jarring. Let's change the channel back. I'm back again. Okay. Oh, and that's done the job. Sander Burge. We're back here with Sander Burge, actually. Sander Burge, as my TV has returned, puts a ball into the box. Sheffield United looking to have opportunities of their own. It's a cute turn. It's a terrible shot. But I like the enthusiasm, man. I like the enthusiasm from, I believe, Robertson of Sheffield United. Entitled to shoot, just weren't there. Battered the light now running on Twitch. Appreciate that, guys. Carl Walker. Don't think we're quite going to see the drama, etc., that I thought we would. In truth, this is a quality game that puts you to sleep, really. That's not quite as open as I thought it would be. Laporte. Gomez. Gundogan. Kyle Walker. See with Riyad Mahrez. Sheffield are confident, though. They're doing what they need to do, man. Salute to them. Actually doing quite well. But as you know, football's a 90-minute game, and if you switch off for a second, all it takes is a second to change the game. Sheffield United, just about to say back in possession. Nope, it's back here with Manchester City. Pardon me, every City player apart from their goalie in Sheffield United's half currently. Laporte. Very patient with City. It's very close control, very pop round the cornery and stuff. And they have the quality to just turn it on. But so far, we ain't seen that. Riyad Mahrez. Dropping shoulders, FC. Laporte. Wish the game would liven up a bit. Laporte, there's a good run from Mahrez. Laporte's found him, actually. Oh, it's good defending by Sheffield United. Who is that? Whoever. I think that's Robertson of Sheffield United. That's fantastic defending. That's a cute turn by Ndiaye to bring his players in. And, ref, you're giving some soft free kicks, man. Come on. I mean, he's treading on his foot, but come on. Second one. 21s and 18s are actually dreadful. Less of that. Any title run or win for City is purely built on their defense. Just goes to show no matter how fluid your team is, your backline really matter. Defense wins you titles, lad. Whoever said that weren't telling no lies. Sheffield United beginning to time waste from goal kicks. Haaland not best pleased with such. And dead ball scenarios. Ndiaye misses out on the flick on. Sergio Gomez is going to see it out of possession. Yeah, he is, and we'll take the throw in. Plays for what? Barcelona, Dortmund, City already in his short career. Anderlecht, Gundogan, Gomez clears his lines. Haaland will give chase. Robertson does it quickly. That's what you needed to do. Bring the ball down early, give it to your keeper, recycle it. Sheffield United have got to start moving the ball slightly quicker, but it's another long ball. And Ndiaye loses out this time to Laporte. Bit of head tennis going on. Gundogan heads it on. Sheffield United in possession. City players not happy with something there. I don't know what they're appealing. Most positive stage for Sheffield United and positive passage of play there from Sheffield United. But once again, the ball's been lost. Pep resting Diaz for Wednesday. I blame Edu and Vinay. If we had 3 quality additions, we could have held off City and lifted the trophy at the Emirates Stadium. Nah, they're even on the road to promote it. I respect it. Sergio Gomez. Appreciative to you lot tuned in. If you haven't smashed the like button, make sure you've done such. Gomez. Akanji. Sander Burge is actually quality, not going to lie. Not going to really get to show his qualities in a game like this on the ball at the very least. Sheffield United. Oh, hey, this is a good passage to play. Gundogan said, forget all of that. Why are you shouting DG for? Because he's put a stop to that. In fact, again, Sheffield United in possession. Ref, free kicks now. Great play by Ndiaye, Sheffield United. Ref, there's no advantage there. Maybe you got to be a bit cute and clever in Ndiaye and get a free kick, but there's no advantage. He's waved like he's play on. Where's the advantage for the lad? He's been fouled, and then someone's had a swipe at him as well. He's done well, but what does that mean? Jack Grealish in possession for City this time, down this left-hand side. Sheffield United's right. Sergio Gomez fakes the cross and then plays it inside. Gundogan needs to understand there's a man on. He does, and he gets away with it. Laporte. Gomez. Back here with Laporte. Eric Laporte finally finds Gundogan. What do you think our top 3 worst performances all season are? Easy one first. Everton. Oh, sorry. One sec. Alvarez could be in here. Looks like he's got caught in 2 minds. Easily Everton. Everton, West Ham. Because that was always the West Ham, the game that just went one of our most frustrating games. And third, either Sheffield United, probably Sporting Lisbon away or home, if I'm honest. Pride with me. Riyad Mahrez on this right-hand side. Hasn't had much joy. It's cut to the edge of the City area. Gundogan can't shoot. Finds Julian Alvarez. Julian Alvarez can't fashion a shot, so he finds Kyle Walker. Walker tries to put it into the box. It doesn't bang. Riyad Mahrez takes swipe at it, and it whistles wide. Mahrez ain't happy. He believes he should have a corner. DGD's man making me nervous. Can't believe that performance yesterday. Pathetic, boy. I'd rather City get to the final and play more games, so it's advantage in the Gunners. I hear that, but the less silverware for City, the better. In my opinion. I hear the logic, though. 22 odd minutes in, and it's still 0-0, folks. Not the most exciting of games. Long ball forward by Sheffield United once again. Gomez of City wins the header. The ball straight back to City. Laporte. Edison. Gundogan. Sheffield United happy on occasion to just sit back and let City play. Julian Alvarez. Jack Grealish. What can Grealish make happen? Finds Julian. Julian Alvarez tried a bending shot. I don't think it came off as much as he could. Frodrigan couldn't take any chances to pull it out for a corner. He's on the edge of the area. He tried to curl it with his right peg. I don't even think he struck it as nicely as he would have. I don't know if that's actually going on or off target. But the keeper ain't here to entertain that. In swinging corner from Mahrez and Manchester City. Will they take it short or will they actually take it? Oh, well, there might be a change. Julian Alvarez is going to take the corner instead of Riyad Mahrez. Wonder if this is just a decoy lie or if there's something legitimate from Pep. Julian Alvarez to take the corner. He's delivered it. It's evaded a Laporte. It's kept alive by Jack Grealish. Possessions retained by Jack Grealish, but he's one of the very lovely free kick. Jack Grealish's ability to win free kicks is one of his best attributes. When injury. What happened there? Are we still here? To be honest, they're in the semi-finals, man. He is, but if you're not going to play these players, it's like when... One second, folks. It's like when some Arsenal fans say, oh, Pepe, Saka, sorry, needs rest. Some people didn't want to start Saka yesterday. And I'm not saying we Trossard, and I'm not linking that to Trossard playing or not playing because he deserves to play, but these are the moments you need these players. And who said the players want to be rested? If you feel stronger with these players, which you should even be able to rotate more and get something, fair enough. Gundogan tries to find Mahrez. Mahrez keeps it alive with a cute back heel. Bernardo Silva. Everyone waits. Him and Mahrez have the wrong radars. Bernardo Silva's won a free kick, though. You got yourself S. If we can't beat City, win last 5 games, stay on their necks. That's all I can hope for based on the last 3 results. Deal with that later, man. Robertson's deemed to have brought down Bernardo Silva. He's just gone swimming. Man City's a must-win. We have to win. We actually have to win. Hope so. Wednesday's the day. Hey, man. Let's deal with Saturday today, though. And it's still 0-0 here today between both these sides. Riyad Mahrez. Good delivery changes the landscape of this game early doors. If you haven't hit the like button, make sure you've done such. Riyad Mahrez. delivers. Corner kick once again for Manchester City. Can't lie, we need a goal. There's still 20 minutes of this first half. I mean, the quality in the final third hasn't really been there yet. Let's see if things can change. Riyad Mahrez, it's overhit. It's completely evaded everyone. Wednesday is probably our biggest league game in a while. I hear that. Manchester City's Laporte, he's tried to keep it in and he's giving it straight away. Still 0-0. That will suit Sheffield United. Extra time still currently a possibility. Still 0-0 here, folks. If you haven't smashed the like button, smash the like button. But yeah, for Arsenal, it could be our biggest game of such magnitude. Akanji wins the header. Riyad Mahrez, Haaland, Mahrez leaves it for Kyle Walker to take in possession. City players starting to break in their numbers. To be fair to Sheffield United's credit, they've got bodies back in position. Bernardo Silva puts it in. It's deflected. Surely a corner. And that'll be another corner. Kyle Walker bombing down this right-hand side. The ball's eventually been passed to Bernardo Silva, who swung a right peg at it. It's deflected off the head of a Sheffield United man. And Sheffield United have to defend another corner. We need a goal, man. Nothing came to that, which is a disappointment. Kyle Walker in possession. We will find out if Arsenal has the bottle to win at Man City on Wednesday. A draw isn't enough. We will. Hopefully it's positive. Akanji, speaking of Manchester City, on the ball right now. Silver. Be nice if it livened up. Man City's Kyle Walker's giving it away. Sander Berge. Come on, Sheffield, show us something. Sheffield United advancing with possession. And Dice turned not the best of passes into a good one, but I like that. Sander Berge wins the header. Come on, Sheffield United. Still City's. Come on. It's back here with Gomez of City. That's a late tackle. That's a late one, an absolute late one from Bulldog of Sheffield United. Nasty tackle that, but needed. Very late. And from his immediate reaction where he's trying to tell him to get up, you know exactly what he was trying to do with that. And if I'm a Man City player, you're asking the ref how many every time he does anything. Laporte. Akanji. Laporte again. 15 minutes of this first half remaining, folks. Laporte. Alvarez. Gomez. Laporte. Gundogan. Kyle Walker screaming for the ball. Still doesn't get it. Very dead. 15 minutes left of this first half, folks. Akanji advancing. Laporte. Asks for it. Sergio Gomez says, forget that. Eventually plays it to Laporte on this left-hand side. Has Haaland in front. Has a square pass on with Gomez. Gomez does the exact same thing after receiving the ball. Finds Gundogan. Bernardo Silva. Kyle Walker on the right-hand side. Gundogan and Gomez inside the field. I can't lie. Bernardo Silva fancies a shot. It's meaty. Absolute meaty. Appreciate the raids. Appreciate the raids. Appreciate the raids. Bayern Munich lost today. If Dortmund win against Ajax Frankfurt this evening, they're top of the league, 1 point clear. Big up you, man. Fodringham. Laporte misses the header, fortunately for him. A Manchester City player is there to sweep up. Come on, Sheffield United. I mean, to be fair, we wouldn't mind Sheffield winning. But some Arsenal fans might want City to win, so they've got just one more competition. Kyle Walker's done well. I just remember this is the Kyle Walker derby, isn't he? A Sheffield United lad. Didn't he join with Kyle Norton? So there's an extra run to him. Gundogan. Gomez. 14 minutes of this first half remaining. Jack Grealish, what can he conjure up here? Jack Grealish. Grealish. Kyle Walker. Morris finds Walker. Apologies. Walker. Corner kick. Boy. Smash the like button if you haven't smashed the like button, people. Corner kick to Man City. I need to run downstairs quickly, but let me do that after this corner. It's taking short. City fooled me. Riyad Mahrez. Gomez. Is he going to fancy a shot? Doesn't fancy the shot. Kyle Walker assesses the wealth of options he has available to him. Finds Mahrez, which is probably the easiest pass. Finds Sergio Gomez. He finds Jack Grealish on this left-hand side. Grealish in behind. The Kanji of all people. Corner kick again, surely. Corner kick again to Manchester City. I want Sheffield United to win the whole thing. I know City winning would be more games for them, but I want an FA Cup shock. Get the likes up, DG Nation. I know we are disappointed in yesterday's result, but we have to get the YouTube algorithm up. Yo. Wednesday night, the ultimate title decider at the Etihad Stadium between Man City and Arsenal. I hope you're right, my friend. What can Manchester City do? Mahrez over it again, finds Haaland. No City shirts there to take advantage of that. Sheffield United hook it clear. And Dyer tries to bring it under, but he's always going to be fighting with 2 defenders minimum, which is mad. People, give me 30 seconds. I'll be right back. I promise they won't score. I just want to refill because I'm enjoying this with you lot. Smash the like button. We back. I told you there wouldn't be a goal, folks. I'm a good luck omen. We're back. Smash the like button and all that good stuff. Back again. I ain't gonna lie, it's a bit of a snooze fest. And as I come back, oh no, the TV's tricking me. It's the same chance, ain't it? Start again. Or is that another opportunity? Come on, Sheffield United, bang on the door. Been hating them ever since they took half our squad, Burnley or Arsenal. What? I want Sheffield. Oh, I already saw that. What I find annoying this season is football fans in general don't mind City winning every trophy. When do we start hating them collectively? As an Arsenal fan, if someone's got to win something, I'd rather City, because I'm not saying I don't know City fans, but I've got childhood fans, friends that support Spurs, Liverpool, City. I mean, not City, United, all of these clubs. So I guess it's for the mutual benefit. If everyone wants them to stop winning, everyone's got to be better in it or put up a fight against these lot at least. Which no club is doing at the moment. Smash the like button, people. 26 likes. Come on, one love to the 26 of you lot. Jack Grealish. I love the fact that Jack Grealish never wants to force it. Gomez puts the ball in. Do you know what? He's been the most direct of all the City players, really. Pardon me, all the players, other players are just picking their spot. Haven't seen much from Grealish, from Alvarez, or Haaland, but they're strikers. You don't need to. It's like F1. We collectively hate Red Bull winning everything. I hear that. I mean, it's not nice, innit? But City have earned that right. Man City weren't always that, respectfully. You know, there was a time where Arsenal City, nowadays, if we're not even Arsenal City, anyone play City, it's probably going to be one of the most viewed games on TV. That weren't always something. Not when they had Danny Mills and that, but things change. Julian Alvarez. Gomez. Kevin De Bruyne has got to be on the bench, innit, surely. On the sly, I'm playing Football Manager as well. But Gundogan, that's a pass. Bernardo Silva. Alvarez doesn't pull the trigger. Somehow still got the ball. He learned a thing or two from being here with Messi. Sheffield United still ain't cleared their lines. Scrambled away. What was that about? I need to see the replay again. 10 minutes till halftime. Well done, Sheffield. I don't get how anyone can want City to win anything when they ruin sport. I'm not an Arsenal fan, but I want them to win. Oh, you know what? I can't say City ruin sport. Don't hate the player, hate the game. You know, everybody's spending mad amounts of money. The Premier League is getting richer while the other leagues aren't. That's their business. I don't really care in that regards. But City are just doing it better than a lot of people, innit? We knew when they got their new owners, they were going to make City in their own image, but it's essentially Barcelona B. And the only thing that evades them is the big Champions League, the biggest, which I don't want no English team to win anything in Europe, which Conference League, I don't really care. You look at what you need to do. But yeah, Riyad Mahrez hitting step overs. He finds Grealish. Grealish taps it to Gundogan. Can't really fashion a shot. Gundogan, who could actually be departing Man City in the summer. Sergio Gomez got clamped there, but kept possession. Bernardo Silva's on this left-hand side. Puts the ball into the box. His deflected cross into the hands of Rodrigo. Sheffield United doing a good job keep the deadlock. They're doing well, man. But it's difficult to do it for the first 37 minutes. It's all about the last. And again, as an Arsenal fan, who I feel the last 3 games we've played Manchester City, we've matched them. But all they need is an incident. We know football's a game of fine margins. All City need is them 1-2 fine margins. I think Sheffield have done well. They've contained, they've battled, they've gone forward on occasion. In terms of improvements, I need them to be a bit more careful in possession, a bit braver, and create a bit more clear-cut chances. Sander Burgess put it into the box. See, look, be a bit more careful in possession. It's a bit of hot potato. Couple of nerves. I don't know if it's Wembley nerves, City nerves, the tactical nerves. You know, City are like a gang of blue piranhas. But they've more than given a good account of themselves. But it looks like City are just patient with it. Imagine if this goes to pen absolute scenes. That would be good for football. Gundogan, square pass, finds Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker bombing forward, finds Riyad Mahrez. Clips it over the top, finds Bernardo Silva, brings it down. What can Bernardo do? That's a great tackle. Who was that? Ollie Norwood. Good tackle from him. It's a throw-in for City, but that's a very good tackle on Bernardo Silva. Love a slide tackle. Bernardo Silva, once again, what a player, man. What a player. Look at the balance. Look. He just about gets away with that, but he just gets out of things. Oh, that's a free kick, surely. Yeah, that was a bit too excited from Ollie Norwood there. Got nowhere near the ball. Did foul Mahrez. Wait, I just realised something. Robinson, did you play for Liverpool? Sheffield United. Why are they not showing me the lineup? Why is it showing me the subs bench? Free kick to City nonetheless. Sure, this Robertson fella was at Liverpool. Yeah, he was. I remember Rafa Benitez gave you a debut. Yeah, Robertson was one of the youngest players play for Liverpool or something like that. Gundogan delivers the free kick. Sheffield United haven't dealt with this. It's falling to Bernardo Silva. Is still alive. Come on, Sheffield. Oh, that's a pen. Yeah, that's a pen. That is a mad tick. No, who done that? I need to see whoever done that from Sheffield. He's trying to scramble the ball away, but the legs are dangling. Jebison, the striker, he's falling. He's tried to hook the ball clear. You never do that in the box. Bernardo Silva's got his feet there and he's clipped him. That is silly. Doing so well. Again, street smartness. Sunday League, you're probably not going to get that pen. Premier League, you know, you get fouled like that. Bernardo Silva probably could have stayed on his feet. But it's smart play. He knows, I'm about to take, you know, he's kicked my leg. All you got to do is, and I've got well, in this case, a penalty. No complaint. I don't think there can be any complaints. My heart bleeds. In fact, my heart doesn't bleed because you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. My heart bleeds for the striker, Jefferson. Barely had a sniff. And the first moment I mentioned your name, I'm sure he plays for Canada now, but England Youth International is moving mad. You know, the penalty could be missed. Haaland showed against Bayern Munich, he can miss a pen. Anything can happen. Ramsdale's not in goal, so you might stand a chance of saving a pen. Ramsdale, I love you. I had to do it to you. The least you deserve after that mistake yesterday. Still my keeper. And this is where you got to do the dark arts. If I'm Sheffield United, Mahrez looks like he's taking it. The penalty marking area. This is where you got to get your stud and just mash it up a bit. Just talk to the ref for no reason. Mahrez could. You know what? I don't know, man. I think it's 50-50. Wait, statistically, it's 50-50, but I expect Mahrez to save it. He might be dodgy. What are we saying? Hit the post? Riyad Mahrez with the penalty, people. Half-time team talks probably now been changed for Sheffield United. But even at 1 goal down, if you've kept City to 1 goal, it's calm. Sends the keeper the wrong way. No surprises there. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0, and potentially 1 step into the final of this FA Cup. Boy, not seen that striker all game, and when you have, he's done a madness. 0-0. There's still a lot of football to be played. But now, to a degree, even if it stays like this and the game, regardless of this penalty, stays the same way, Sheffield United are going to have to be a bit more attacking at some point. And as you know, that may or may not play into the hands of Manchester City. Great pen, quality pen. Keeper wrong way, confident pen. By the time the keeper's completed diving, it's in the back of the net. Manchester City 1, Sheffield United 0. Despite the goal, your number 9 Haaland should really be taking the pen. I mean, strikers should always take pens, but the best penalty taker, and I guess with Haaland missing the other week, City must have it. You take it in turns, innit, and you just have it until you miss. So he could take one, but I'd reckon his rotation's gone. I'd always say just the best penalty taker to take it, really, whoever that is. Wherever that is. And hopefully that opens the game up. Kyle Walker bombing forward, not got too many options. A sea of red and white shirts. The Sheffield United Still City Academy graduate. Bernardo Silva, the man who won the pen. And Sheffield United fans, if you're out there, trust me, I know how you feel. That was us last season. What were your predictions? I don't think I actually did a prediction. I was hoping that Sheffield United could do a thing and hope they can. You want to see a giant kill him, but yeah, to be fair, if I had to, probably would have said, not that they've even been playing like it, but City onslaught. But yeah, where can you watch the match? I'm watching it on TV. It's on ITV. If you've got ITV Player, you could do a thing. Kyle Walker. It should be 2. It should be 2. Did the offside flag come up? Julian Alvarez nods in appreciation of his teammate. It weren't the best across, and I think, yes, it is offside. The offside flag, even if it went in the back of the net, yeah. But Sheffield United have to, minimum, ideally go into half-time at 1-1. The very least going at 1-0. It's 100% a pen, man. Look, even Jefferson's initial reaction, you know you're guilty, man. He's falling. He's tried to hook the ball clear. If you don't make that, it's peak. Good games tomorrow and you watch along. Stay posted. Make sure you're checking out your YouTube community tab. Follow me on Twitter and things like that. Probably. I know Newcastle, Spurs, Brighton, Man United. You know, at least one of the 2 games. Appreciative to you lot who was here at my stream earlier where we spoke about Arsenal. We did a watch along for Arsenal Southampton yesterday, and we're here now. There'll be 2 minutes of added on time, folks. DG Les Ferdinand never took a pen in his career. Andy Cole took 2 and scored 1. Rest of the goals were from open play. That's a mad stat, and shout out to them. Just shows how more lethal they are. But I do like the comment that was said earlier that, you know, you help your striker out, scumbag a couple goals, but It's always the right player, innit? The right penalty taker. I would do it like Pep as well. If there's only one real confident man in the team to take pens, fair enough. But if there's a couple, then you will take them in some sort of order. When you miss, you don't get one again for a while. Sheffield United down this left-hand side. Ndiaye brings it under control. Needs to win a foul, keep the ball better there. And I think he knows he's done well to win it back, but it's given straight back to Sheffield United again. Come on, boys. A minute left of the first half, Sheffield. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. If I'm honest, City have you where they want you. They have the lead. DG, does the Arsenal result affect the way you kick ball on the weekends? No. It's irrelevant. It does affect my mood, though. I'm at the accepting stage, but it does affect my mood, though. It spoils my weekend a bit because I love to watch Match of the Day, but I don't watch Match of the Day if we don't win. Unless it's a mad draw, like if we drew against City, I don't watch it. Because when Arsenal win, they don't do the analytical thing. When we lose, I've been like that since school days. I just don't. This is ironically, this season is probably the most times I've watched Match of the Day. When we finished back-to-back 8th, boy, I don't think I watched it this season. Just skip the Arsenal game. No, but then they even make indirects and that, and I just don't want to hear it. Like, I don't really want to hear football and that, man. Laporte. Appreciative to you lot. Smash the like button. Love for the super chat, H. Did you hear Martial injured because rah. Love for the super chat. You're moving mad. Big up rants. Allow all of that. You're moving brazy. I can't lie. It's half time anyways. You're moving mad. Have to be, man. It just obviously I'm not really like I can accept winning, losing, and drawing. The only thing that makes me vex is when we play like idiots. But I just feel not in other countries like America when they got Jamie Carragher, Henry, all of them guys, regardless of the result, they break down the games properly. I feel all platforms in this country are far too agenda-driven and lazy, really and truly. One love for the super chat, but you're moving brazy. Could you not have just said, hey, DG, one love for the content or something? Why you got to do that, man? Come on, man. Love for the fiver, though. Should have done it through PayPal. YouTube going to take a fine chunk of that. But one love. I'd be peed if I was a teammate of that Sheffield United player. Cost his team the game. It's true, but you got to allow your teammates sometimes, like you don't want to get onto him now. Like he already knows, like you got 45 minutes. He already knows he effed up. He didn't do it on purpose. Like no one will do that on purpose. That's really why they have them age-old sayings about strikers defending in their own box. Just got to get on with it. Really. And there's still 45 minutes. And I know it's easier said than done, but Sheffield United ain't had no shots like that. And that has kind of got in here and there. He had a chance early on, but do the job. So mad super chat, man. Jeez. Each to their own. That's never a pen, bro. Come on. It's a pen, man. It's a pen, man. I can't lie. Bernardo's milked it, but he's caught him. He's not cleared the ball. He's caught him. Probably be Sunday League. You're never getting that. But he's started going, like, you know what's going to happen. It's street smart. Gundogan did it against Crystal Palace. I wish Arsenal did it. One thing, Lacazette actually used to do that a lot. You got it. Harry Kane does it. And it's a semi-final. It's a good thing. How you been doing, DG? Been decent, man. Ball changed direction first. Fair enough, team, man. But the man's giving it, innit? I thought it was a pen. You don't think it is. Football's subjective. It'd be boring if you think the same way. What I would say is, I don't think it's a pen in general, but in the present day, they're going to be given, innit? Like, you got to be a bit sensible with that, with what he did. It's a pen all day long. He touched the ball with his toenail. Nowhere near enough contact for me. Unfortunately, it's been given, innit? What I would say, like I say when it happens to my team, don't give the ref a decision. And maybe he can make up for it if he could score a goal. Easier said than done. But I'd say the major thing Sheffield United could do is be sensible, but be a bit more brave on the ball. It seems like people are getting a bit nervous. Fair play, love your live analysis. T, appreciate you. What a name, but one love, man. That all I would say again is just don't give the ref a decision, innit? Like on another day, again, maybe that exact incident happens with Brighton and Man United, like we see in the Prem, like the same incident in 2 games. Then it's one reason why it's given, one reason why it's not. So I think the only luxury we can hide behind as football fans is just to urge our players not to do it. It's like the same man, Bernardo Silva, last season at the Emirates. I don't think it's a pen, but he smelt it, innit? City are so good under pressure. It comes with the territory. Pressure's a privilege. And you're right, they lit at it. Smash the like button, people. What do you think of the Gunners game yesterday, last minute? This, but I've offered realistic, broski. I can't lie. I've said I don't know where to start. Like I don't know where to start. I don't know what I can say that I haven't said already. All I could do, all you say, it's disappointing, isn't it? 3 draws in a row. I'm pointing you towards some links of where I've posted the content that I've done in it. Like I don't know what else. What I can say that you don't know, that you haven't said, that your friends ain't said, that if you listen to any other content that I've probably said, and some of you lot here, I don't think there's anything else, man. So I'll be repeating myself, and finally in a good space now, making peace with it. So yeah, man. Like all I would say is disappointing. Like disappointing. Fundamentally, football's a results-driven game, and all that matters is results. And if we're chasing certain things, we've made it tougher than it needs to be. Rate, allow it, man. No and no. You let your mum do that. Chill out, man. You're moving mad. They want a Manchester final, bro, for worldwide attention. Probably, hopefully, Brighton can spoil that. Jesus' comments after the game weren't good. I don't think he said anything wrong. And to be honest with you, if I'm Gabriel Jesus, regardless of if I played well or not, brother, I've won X amount of Premier Leagues in it. I might not have always been the main don, but I'm not saying the fans can be wrong, but we're saying his comments, because I agree with you. The comments, I don't think the timing was right. I didn't quite want to hear that, but he's won the Prem, being a live old player. If I'm Jesus, bro, my words not matter more than the fans, but I've got some evidence behind it, really. As much as I don't like Gary Neville, if Gary Neville, even though he's agenda-driven, is saying Arsenal this, that in the title race, he's won the Prem X amount of times. We're fans. I'm not saying we could be wrong or right, and he can't be wrong or right. But whose words in theory hold more weight? I just think it was the timing, man. It just, you don't want it when emotions are high, and what we've been going on with, it's mad. To be fair, it's looking like the follow through, you know. I need to see that several times. Not saying it's wrong, but it just gives you an insight into feelings in the camp. You're right. To be fair, he could only speak for himself. As we saw when Arteta come out the other day and kind of questioned the mentality, and Xhaka come out and said, forget all of that. You can't speak for everybody else, but you are right. You have to, if he's one of the leaders and things, you have to accept that he's speaking for everyone, really. So I think you are right. Liked, bro, and now following you. Appreciate that, Daniel. It's really the hope that kills you. My heart telling me we will beat City, but head sees at 3-0. I'd love to be proven wrong. By all means, click me up, get onto me, call me Deluded, do all them things if we win. But I think we're going to get our asses handed to us. I can't lie. I think we're going to get slapped. Even though the last couple of games ain't been like that, I just think City smell blood. They want to send a statement, slappings. It's not that I'm not cutting Arsenal that excuse, because we should have done things in the transfer market. But, you know, we ain't got a full strength side. They've got the luxury of they've named a strong side, but Diaz got a little break. A couple players got a little break. I'd be amazed if Alvarez and Haaland both play, and even then they're going to be on to us on Wednesday. I think Trossard needs to start ahead of Jesus against City. I can't disagree with it. Me personally, though, I know you can't disregard it. I wish you could start 12 players, and I think there's every reason for Trossard to start, and I do think it's illogical to keep him out. If Xhaka needs to be back in it. Saliba, in an ideal world, if he passes certain fitness tests and we utilize him and things like that, then fair enough. But I hope Xhaka's back. I hope we could use Saliba, but if he has to play Fabio Vieira, or if there's a free midfield spot, I'd rather, I'm not in no order, throw Zinchenko in midfield and play Tini. Play Trossard in the 10 and Odegaard in the 8 for me. But other than that, I can't lie. I would not be disappointed if the same lineup goes out there. Can't have double agent Jesus on the field. You're moving, man. Regardless if we don't win the Premier League, Gary Neville said United would come second and Arsenal third. He's completely wrong. Bro, everyone's allowed to get things wrong and run up the Gary Neville agendas. Oh, like I said, he is agenda-driven, but sometimes... And I think in life, and I try and do it, not just in football, but in life, sometimes you have to look at the message versus the messenger. Now, we all know Gary Neville, United, twat, Sky Sports, agenda-driven. He's on the Piers Morgan thing, the Talk Sport stuff, talk mad. People go and give them engagements until we as a society learn that when these lot are doing the clickbait, getting people mad emotions, high thing, until we learn to ignore that, it's gonna keep happening. But sometimes a man that might not be wrong. And you're right, he has to hold his praise for probably getting some things right, but he has to hold his L for that, innit? So you're right still. Big up DG. Yesterday was tough. If we were to win on City, does that change your mind? No. Like, no. Like, what one guy putting myself, that's the right word, gaslighting. I ain't putting myself through it again. Only if we actually do it. And it's cool winning that, but City still have the advantage of they go into that game 2 games in hand on us. So what do you make of that? And we still need to. It'll be fine beating City, but you still need to move. We need to win every other game, then, innit? Like, you need to beat Newcastle away. You need to move to Chelsea. You need to do whatever. Bro, even if the Gunners get second, it's a big step in. That's the thing. It's a big step where Arsenal have not gone wrong, but us and City have been the only teams kind of patterned up this season. And I think it's dumb when people kind of use that to mock Arsenal, like what we're supposed to do. But we're the only team kind of moving 30 apart from City. So we found ourselves kind of being pushed into this. And I think fans in the football industry has kind of put Arsenal on a level that they're not making great progress on and off the field. We're moving in the right direction in relation of a team that's been isolated from Europe's elite competition for a very long time now. We've hit that objective. We've done well. I think we could have done better in all the other comps, but we've hit that. If we now remove that, if we compare that, to the past Arsenal, then mad strides. If we now look at it in title contenders, then the margins start raising and rising, and it's not quite there yet, really. So it would be good. It would be good, and if nothing more, hopefully this is a season of foundation where this time next year or the year beyond, Arsenal's not necessarily a breath of fresh air to the footballing world, that we look serious, but fundamentally, it's a results-driven business, man. And as French Montana says, second place, first loser. And as great as the season's been, you want something to mark it off. Are you confident this season isn't just flash in the pan? I as I'm kind of alluding to, I don't know. I hope not, but the only way to see that is through time and doing it for years, isn't it? Really and truly. So I hope not. And I mean, last year we bottled the top 4. This year, that's a minimum for us. We've got that. If we bottle the league, what we say next year is coming home. I don't know. City are going to sit in a semi-low block. They don't have to push and win the game. Arteta should sit with a low block and leave Gabby and Jesus up top and Trossard, Xhaka up and play for the counter goal. When we play for the counter, it's big, though, man. It's just the way that it's happened. If we were fifth all season and finished second, it's a whole different narrative, of course. But as I tried to tell fans, calm down, man, relax. You know, as I always say, and it's disappointing now because it's at the last stretch. Every season, regardless what you're fighting for, stay in the league, win the league, all these things. You got to take it from August to the end of the year. You just got to get into December still maneuvering. Then you've got to get out of that, which we've done well in a World Cup year. You got to get out into that new year still being here. Then you got to make it to March. Then April to March just becomes getting things done. And this is where we're stumbling now. Again, you're right. I don't think he means flashing in the pan and that. Like, I don't think we've got the mentality of Premier League champions. But I don't think you can say Arsenal. You can say we're bottlers and all of that banter thing. But in terms of mentality, you can't say we're not. We've got one of the best statistics this season away from home. We've been one of the most competitive of the top 4, top 6 sides, top 4 sides, whatever. You know, one of the top goal scorers. There's been games we've had to come back from behind and hold on and things which you have to do. So the mentality's improved. But in terms of Premier League title challenges and things, it's a different thing. You got to want that more than you want to be alive. You got to chase perfection. You've got to be ridiculously disciplined. And as much as I like what we're doing and what we've done, we can't be there yet. And we're not there yet. So hopefully Arsenal keep building on that and all of these things. But yeah, you know, I hope to be wrong, but we need a miracle. And we're now in that territory of relying on other teams to get results on us. And I don't like that. And I'm sure you lot don't in football and life. Do you want your life to be defined by others? I don't know where you see that. So just have to keep going. Need to sign some more athletic players. Let's see what's going on in the world of football. Smash the like button, people. You think I was born yesterday, mate? Axe, whatever your name is. I thought he was a good guy, but suck him up a million times. Tried it, man. Do you think Smith Rowe is going into summer because the man can't get minutes over Vieira? It is a concern, but I hope not, because it's, you know, he helped. I know you rubbed out Pepe after winning the FA Cup, but he helped you keep your job, man. Like, and we're going to need some players. Your thoughts? Would you change positions with United for a Carabao Cup? No, I'm not downplaying it, but no, I like how the things panned out, because that means we need their results. I'm kind of happy with what we're doing now. Obviously, it doesn't matter where you finish if you don't win the league, but naturally you want to finish as high as possible, innit? And I think, and something I'm looking at with Arteta is how he's managed all comps. Obviously, I'm not really mad that you went out to Brighton, but maybe if we had more depth there, that I can't lie. As much as I love Arteta, but I think you struggle with two-legged ties and navigating that when you've got a Premier League run. And I think you've shown that. I could be wrong, but I'm sure you was here for Olympiacos. You was definitely here for Villarreal. And I think there was naivety from everyone, including the manager, in the two-legged ties against Sporting Lisbon. Fair enough. FA Cup, we got Man City. I can't remember why we rotated players, but we went out. I won't get onto you for that. But I would have loved to have seen more of a better performance across all competitions, cups, especially the Europa League. It was written in the script that Theo Walcott was going to score, man. End of the day, it's a football match. Anything can happen. I hope we win, but I'm being totally sensible. City have won the league. Just left it too late, man. There's too much to do, in my opinion, now, man. But if I could be wrong, who wouldn't want to be wrong? Or to be fair, a lot of football fans just want to be proven right. They'd rather see their club burn. Second half is soon upon us, folks. Kickoff is imminent. Where are the City players? Mind games. Now they're jogging out. Mind games. Absolute mind games. About to say, second half can't kick off without them. The green screen's here. It's just you got to put some screws and all of that stuff in it. And I can't lie, I thought it would be one where I could just take it out and pull it out. I tried to about 5 minutes for the live stream and thought, nah, it's not going to work. So we'll hold it up, man. Serious mind games from Manchester City, man. Look, the sub is running across the pitch. This is mind games, man. Of course, there's probably nothing in it, but I don't doubt someone like Pep telling them to do this. He's on mind games. Julian Alvarez will restart this. Come on, ref, how long? Finally, Alvarez kicks off the second half. Carabao Cup is a quick high for supporters. Title race experience is better for a young squad. I'm still not over that Fabio Vieira performance, boy. You can see the love and respect that Theo has for Arsenal through in the match poster. I mean, he grew up here. He was here for time. He joined Premier League 100 club. Of course he has, but at the end of the day, he got a job to do. And I'm happy he didn't celebrate against us, but putting my neutral cap on, if I was Southampton, I'd want you to celebrate. As much as you're an Arsenal lad, you're Southampton lad first. Deluded is Mason Mount to Arsenal links true. I'm not sure about him. I mean, there must have been some indirect discussion. It doesn't mean a bid's been placed or talks are imminent, because Charles Watts made a story about it. But how true, I don't know. If you just type in Mason Mount's name, he's probably linked with everyone in the top six. And that could be legitimate interest. Obviously, Chelsea are going to have to sell Donny if he doesn't commit. A lot of it could be an agent putting things out to kind of pressure Chelsea. I've spoken about it on this link I've just posted. So check out that for all my thoughts. We rotated because of fixture congestion. The 4-2 at Aston Villa was the next game. Fair enough. But City ain't really on the rotation thing. You know, some of these players started against Bayern Munich. Some of them are here today. And you'll probably see some of them on Wednesday. The best quality you can have is durability. Obviously, the players actually always want to play. We need to be able to do that. And we did give a good account of ourselves with a rotated side against City. Not that they didn't make changes in that game. But fundamentally, we went out, innit? And a lot of fans were like, oh my God, we play once a week. Well, if you don't bring something home, it's for nothing. And we've kind of been down that route as fans before plenty of times. But yeah. Interesting talking points, people. Twitch gang, one love. Smash the like button. Make sure you're also following me on Kick, people. Especially my Football Manager lovers. Where's Fodingham? I mean, if Sheffield United ain't, I know Ramsdale's probably supported them. If he ain't got the ability to kick it, to play, fair enough. Or Sheffield ain't got the ability to play, fair enough. But they've got to get the ball down and play some football, man. Like, it's just balls into the channels. Rodri, Stones, De Bruyne are all on the bench. All could be called upon. Must be nice. Must be nice. Phil Foden and Cole Palmer, the City Academy grads. Cole Palmer can get some minutes. I'm confident we'll be challenging again next season. Then I don't want to hear the squad is young and they haven't been there before. I want them to be mentally stronger. Laporte. If there really is rumours you want to leave City, got something for you here, man. Gundogan finds Laporte again. I know you probably just want to go back to Spain, innit? Ortega, Akanji. One day we're gonna get an investigation going for Akanji, because I refuse to believe this is the same player from Dortmund. Either they've made a clone in the same place they made Haaland, or he's been taking some performance enhancing drugs. This could never be the same Akanji. Jack Grealish. What a player, man. Not the best of passes to Walker, but yeah. I had a quick pre into City fan channel. It's like listening to first world problems. Yeah, Charles. Sometimes I hear them moan about Edison and all these things. I allow it, man. Haaland. I can't lie. I think Robertson's bottled that. Haaland's picked the ball up from deep. Gabriel Jesus impression. Haaland. Alvarez can't bring it under control. Riyad Mahrez. Step over. Doesn't shoot. Oy. Someone got ripped. But they did well in the end. It's here with Bernardo Silva on the edge of Sheffield United's area. There's a sea of red and white shirts. Is someone going to shoot? A bit like Arsenal. City really wait to patiently work the opportunity rather than shoot. See what I did there? Sheffield United have given away a throw. How do Sheffield United set up? What should they do? And they go for it and sit back. They're going to have to go for it at some point in the game if the game remains like this, because they're out right now. But so far, the game plan's been working. Like, I've definitely seen it as an Arsenal fan. City put teams to bed by this time, 49 minutes in the game. And obviously, City have had a couple of games successively. They're obviously still in all cups, so they'll be playing, on Wednesday. And you also got to factor in travel times for both teams. Spare a foot for Sheffield United, because Championship football, you got like 40 games, some mad stuff like that. Jack Grealish down this left-hand side. Sergio Gomez delivers. It's terrible from him, and his delivery's been quite decent. Thought he gave away a foul. Ref gives him Marga tax. Lovely Cruyff turn by Gundogan. Gundogan to Jack Grealish. Remember when Jack Grealish was a flop? Gundogan. In fact, no, he is a flop. Sell him to Arsenal. Shot well over. Saka or Morris, you take him. My guy Saka, man. He's from Halen. As free as well. Big up Morris. My guy Saka. Smash the like button, people. We can get 100. We've got 47 of you hitting the like button. To you lot, if you ain't hit the like button, unexpected high bills. Oh, so I'm actually unfair, and I apologize to City. He's actually taking a deflection, and it's a corner kick. Riyad Mahrez, the guy who scored the penalty. If you just tuning in, City are winning a 0-0 courtesy of a Riyad Mahrez penalty. To be fair, Sheffield should have said that half time. We gave them a pen. Other than that, we've done all right. Mahrez ball into the box. It's a great corner, and it's equally a great, strong collection by the Sheffield United goalkeeper, Frodringham. Done well there. Nah, I'm going to be doing live streams. Does this game have a second leg? Now, buddy. Semi-finals, lad. FA Cup, lad. It's now or never, lad. And on paper, unless something else can change, Manchester City will be in a final. Now, whether they'll play Manchester United or Brighton, we'll see tomorrow. Sergio Gomez almost got himself in problems and he bailed himself out there. Laporte, is that a nutmeg? Either way, there's an interesting move developing by City. I spoke too soon. Jack Grealish, who's very good at retaining the ball, showed too much of that to the opponent. When was the last time he played? Hot second, it's mad, but I wouldn't even know. Some time ago, I wouldn't even know what to say to you. Bernardo Silva. Pardon me, Riyad Mahrez. Come bring out the step overs, man. Gundogan. Ooh, he tried to play it with the outside of his foot. Jefferson's done well there. That's a good part of defending from him. The man who gave away the pen. That's very good work from their striker. It's here with their goalie. He's put his left foot through it, not struck it as cleanly further forward as he could. Jefferson's tried to compete with Akanji, was never winning that. If you don't hit the like button, unexpected high bills, hey, you know, that's another corner, surely. Sheffield United need to keep the quality. That was a poor corner to concede, if I'm completely honest. Shouldn't be doing that. Can't wait for Real Madrid to slap City. I don't know, man, because on some hands, I think this is City's time, unfortunately. But on the other hand, it's Real Madrid. As we saw in literally the last 3 games before the final, it looked like they're going out, and then there's just something different. And Real Madrid's an enigma, man, because in the league, they don't always turn it on, but it's like they become superheroes in the champs. Riyad Mahrez. I think Riyad Mahrez has been told to overhit these corners. Not that one, because that's way overhit, but I think I don't know this, but the way he's been doing it, and City in general, I think they've asked him to keep doing that. Another nutmeg by Laporte. Tweaking Madrid getting cooked. I hope not, but I don't know, man. It's be an interesting one. Riyad Mahrez. What is he going to make happen here? Gundogan goes for the shot on a sneaky thing. It's cannoned off a Sheffield United. Sheffield, you're moving too nervous, man. There's no need to give a corner away there. Come on. It's an FA Cup. We win or we go home. You like acting like fighting for our lives. Come on, Sheffield, man. There must be a pacey blackie on the bench, man, from the academy. They need to bring on someone to get the fans going. Someone that just wants to hit some skills or just keep the ball. Someone that can help Sheffield get further up the pitch. They're putting in a shift. They need a bit more. Another corner for Riyad Mahrez. And it looks like something from the training ground. Once again, it's hit to the back post. It's another corner, surely. No, a free kick's been given in Sheffield United's favour. Kanji's judged to have fouled his man. Appreciate that, man. GG. Have a good one. Camera done Pep Guardiola dirty there. He spat and it zoomed in. Ugh. I'm not sure anyone wanted to see that. Another long goal kick from Sheffield United. There must be something on the bench, Sheffield fans, man. Jefferson's done well to win the flick on, but it needs to be other, you need your teammates. Ortega. Done very well, the second choice City keeper. Saw the attempted pass he tried to play. It's been cut out. Jack Grealish and City still have possession, however. Jack Grealish finds Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker plays a simple pass to Mahrez. Mahrez has time to look up. Says, you know what, Bernardo Silva take control of proceedings. It is, I mean, I can't blame Sheffield United, but it looks like people are getting tired. Would you ever become a manager at any level in the future? I mean, I wouldn't welcome the stress. I'd rather be part of the coaching staff. I'd rather be I'd love to, my unborn son, I'd love to coach the team. I'd rather be the earpod Albert to Arteta, if that makes sense. Or you see Arteta's job when he was with Pep, just that. Only because of the stress, like being a manager. It's only, in theory, yes, but it's stress, man. It's stress. Ollie McBurney's coming on. It's mad stress, but yeah, why not? Riyad Mahrez. Bernardo Silva, what a player, lad. Riyad Mahrez. Alvarez made a lovely run off the ball. And Haaland's just holding the shape. Gundogan. Sergio Gomez went for the movie settings. It's fallen to Haaland. Oh, Haaland was bearing in there. I think he hurt himself in the build-up, but he just can't tap that in. A makeshift Sergio Gomez shot has taken a dodgy deflection. It's like Haaland read the whole thing. He just couldn't get any real contact with his right peg. Martinelli's a madman. Of course I'm an Arsenal fan. What, you think I'm just wearing this for no reason? Come on, man. Davis versus Garcia. Oh, it could get techie. Just setting up sessions, basically, and doing individual work with the players. Yeah, man. Is it Carlos Cuesta? I'd love to do his job. I would actually love to watch individual, because I kind of do that for my content anyways. Like, I like to watch several games of one player and certain options that they've made on the pitch. Like if you're a midfielder and getting clips that you should watch. Like Ollie Watkins was talking, I can't remember where he was talking, but he was talking about one of the, obviously you can do it yourself, but he was talking about like one of the Aston Villa coaches, like showing him clips of Edison Cavani's movement, and that's helped him a lot. And I remember Alexis Sanchez talking about, remember the season Alexis Sanchez played as a false nine? He was talking about Wenger's help. Oh, I was just about to say it's going to be 2-0. Alvarez had that look in his eyes, the devil look in his eyes, like he's going to slap it. And it was a horrible effort. Martinelli's PR is bad, banana clip, but what a name. Stinker, Jefferson's off, conceded a pen, team losing. You have to come off. Ollie McBurney's on. I mean, he's a fighter. Let's go, McBurney. Because Haaland's dodgy, man. Haaland is a cerebral assassin in front of goal. He just, as I said, he's one of the most scariest things in football. Him, Vinicius, Mbappe, Lionel Messi. Messi's disrespectful. I was watching all the goals he scored against Arsenal United the other day. Disrespect. There was one goal. I think it was one of the most recent games between Barca and Man United where, like, I think he's taken. I don't remember. I just remember Fred getting nutmegged on the edge of the area and he slapped it. I think Ashley Young was in trouble. Who you talking about there? Sheffield are not interested in keeping possession, man. They're going to have to at some point. In fact, I'll tell a lie. Ollie McBurney's in possession. Sander Berge has done well to get his team further forward. Come on, lad. Win a corner at least. Or good communication between the Manchester City, back line into the hands. Apart from the final, what was your favourite World Cup watch-along to do? Should ask me in December, man. All of them were quite good, to be fair. Probably sat in Morocco, played them. Sheffield United playing hot potato. Best way to put it. Best way to put it. That's a good question, man. I don't think I can do justice. Did enjoy England, France, you know. Croatia and Brazil, not because of how it ended. But yeah, that was all right. I think the World Cup, it's one of the best World Cups I've seen in my 28 years. In terms of, you have to remove nostalgia, but I think you have to keep that because that's what football's about. Like, I think 06 would be better for me. I think 02 as well. But in terms of just drama, quality of goals, just mad stuff from start to finish, I don't think there's been a more livelier World Cup than this. There must have been, like, in terms of it, more often than not, even the group stage games, you always get a couple games that are rubbish. 9 times out of 10, all of them were lit. There was drama, like Jack Grealish has put a ball in, it's gone out. I'm sure there was whoever's group, I'm sure it was Costa Rica, Japan, Germany, and someone else. There was a time where every minute, whoever's going in and out was the group standings were changing. Underdog stuff was going on. Everybody was getting slapped. The way it started for Argentina losing to Saudi, at least Saudi Arabia can sit there and say, boy, Messi didn't do that against us. So in terms of madness from start to finish, good World Cup. France versus England, very good game to watch. Unfortunate how it ended. Japan were on crud. I'm sure there was a Morocco, Japan. I'm sure there was a good couple underdogs. Even America and Canada did all right. Rob, big up, let's activate. If you're on Twitch, check out that clip. What clip is that? City could be in here. Mahrez is peak. Safe. Sheffield is done, bro. Mahrez ripping duns. It's over. Sheffield United is done. It's done. You have to go for it now. It's done. Mahrez on a hat-trick. It's over. The fat lady's singing. Good account of it. As an Arsenal fan who's seen this happen against City, gave a good account of yourself doing well, but it's peak. Mr. Lowe should do a lot better. I think personally, Sheffield United haven't done bad, but I also think they've sacked themselves out of this, and it's stupid. This Lowe brother just lacking on the ball in the final third. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. City smelt blood. Mahrez said, "Forget the options. I'm scoring." Couple of other players could have done better as well, but you have to stop it at source. Handed that goal to Man City. Wait. Way too easy. Sunday Leaguers. For some, it's still City Derby and all that myth. Oh, I'm forgetting Portugal, Ghana as well. Hey, shout out the clip. Forgot about that. See, time flies. Middlesbrough would have been the best championship squad to play as well. Might as well end the stream early. I mean, it's been all right, man. I didn't get that excited about the latest World Cup. I'm about the South Africa World Cup. Shout out the motherland, and shout out Spain. Spain were good entertainment to watching that, but I didn't really feel that World Cup, if I'm honest. Even the one France won, France were lit to watch, but everyone was dead. Even France in the final, they rubbed out Croatia, but Hugo Lloris did a madness. Uruguay, Ghana as well. The last World Cup had pure madness. Forgot about that. Even Uruguay, I swear they went out in the group. So much crazy stuff was happening. Still the funniest moment in the World Cup. Oh, man. Big up to you, look, that was part of the World Cup streams and that, man. It's crazy. Time is flying. Before you know it, next year, we'll be on the channel, hopefully with a lot more subscribers and that. We'll be doing Euros watch-alongs. That's why this summer will be interesting, because I do feel a couple of players will be on the move, but it's always a gamble moving. Like you look at, especially the young players, Bellingham's going to get called up for England anyways, and Lavia for Belgium, but you might move to a next club. Even if you get called up, you might not be in the best of form heading into that competition. It makes sense. For someone like Yuri Tellemans, I mean, you're a free agent, but you're going to have to sort it out. Jack Grealish, just under half an hour. Crazier things have happened. You know, certain team. I've seen certain teams in certain teams have played 3 games in a row, and I've seen them come back from 2 goals down. I've seen them bottle 2 goals leads. So if certain people, content creators, supported certain clubs, I think they'd be best positioned to tell you, look, you should never give up in it. 2-0 can be eradicated quickly, but you're gonna have to believe in yourself. Goals are madness. Do you think you'd ever go to an England game at Wembley? Yeah. Why not? Akanji, Gundogan, Ake. Don't forget, people will probably either watch. We could watch both, but we're definitely either going to watch Newcastle, Spurs, or Brighton, Man United tomorrow. 100%. Appreciate you lot, because this is the second watch along in 2 days, and the second live stream of the day. So big up you lot. If you're on YouTube, smash the like button. Twitch gang, make sure you're following. The Ghana player who did the Sue celebration while they were losing will forever make me see. Even that stuff wasn't making sense. My man just done the Insta clips. He was funny. How can I forget all of that? That Buki, America and Canada gave a good account of themselves, but I'm sure, pardon me, right for America scored the best goal in the World Cup purely because it was just so unorthodox. It didn't make no sense, and he didn't mean it. Free kick. Don't know what I think about Yuri Tellemans anymore. Would happily had him at Arsenal, but don't know, to be honest. My guy Caicedo Mitoma would be perfect. Amen. Everyone Brighton got. That back heel made no sense. It was so dodgy. So dodgy. Benjamin White going home for no reason. Saka cooking. Spurs game at 2, United out at 4:30. Yeah, we'll watch one of the 2. Wanted to dedicate some time off, like I've been doing, just trying to learn how to make wavy thumbnails, man. Trying to get some graphic designers as well, just to make things cute. Trying to do things off the field, like, you know, if I was a footballer, doing watch-alongs with you lot is playing matches, trying to do the individual stuff to improve, man. Belgium and Kevin De Bruyne were crying as well, bro. Exactly, even that. 3-0, boy. It's peak. It's peak. It's peak. It's peak. It's peak. Sorry, Sheffield United. It's peak. Pass the pad, whitewash settings, game, set, match. Robertson, there's no point getting vexed now. There's no point getting vexed now. You lot have thrown this in the second half. Thrown it. Self-inflicting errors once again. You can't. And Arsenal, I hope you're watching this, you know, because this is what City will do if you mess about. Not following runners. Mahrez gets his hat-trick. Grealish gets his assist. 9 Sheffield United players ball watching. Nobody follows their runner of Mahrez. Maybe the keeper's seen it late in it. His view might be blocked. He's done well to get a little hand on it. Stupid defending. And at the very minimum, a championship side, and I'm not saying that to disrespect them, I'm actually saying that to praise them. They should know how important defending is. It's deserted them. I think they've psyched themselves out of this game and they fed into the City hype. It's all over. What do you do with Oddie in the summer? Assuming you're talking about Odegaard. Odegaard stays, blood. What do I mean? Odegaard, you're part of this thing. 2 subs for City. And, you know, 3 goals, Haaland and Alvarez taking the day off. With the City game, Arsenal City game on Wednesday, surely they're coming off. I knew he was drawing for Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer, Phil Fodenio coming on. It's Haaland and Alvarez. In fact, I hope Alvarez and Haaland get 90, but surely you will them off soon. Jack Grealish coming off. That's because you got Wednesday in mind. Cole Palmer, you might get sold to, man. You need to show something. You probably need to go on loan, but you're one, you might not come back from the loan. And there you have it. Haaland gets just over an hour under his belt, and he's going back into his charger box and transported back to Manchester for the game on Wednesday. So it looks like Alvarez be the one getting 90 minutes. Nah, I'm still rocking with Odegaard, man. It's just soft, unfortunately. More clip, shout, less activate. Who is responsible for clipping these things, and where are they even getting it? How? Like, where you find them? Hey, the World Cup was a time, man. At least Sheffield can say Haaland didn't score against them. We can say in the FA Cup, Haaland didn't score against us when they dumped us out. Holding had him up. City, Haaland came off. City got their goal. Forced Pep into a tactical change. I prefer my narrative. Foldinho coming on. You know what? The only thing that would force me to sell Balogun is if he doesn't want to sign a new deal and wants to keep it moving. I don't think we should rush to make a decision. I personally think, we're going to have a discussion when the season's done. Where do you feel you're at? What do we feel you're at? Where do you feel you are? What you can improve? Where you build into the team? Because I can't lie, if we can sign a better striker than what we've got now or a different option, then it is what it is. I would love for him to sign a new deal, go back out on loan again, maybe show you can do this in the Prem, or just similar to how, earlier we were saying you want Arsenal to prove that this season ain't a flash in the pan. Oi! And Dyer just ripped someone. Saucy play from Sheffield United. Billy Sharp. Hey, big up Billy Sharp. Legendary stuff. Sharp, that's our ball. Hey, bang it, Ollie. Bang it, Ollie Watkins. Man said Watkins. Ollie Burney. The chance is gone. That's the most exciting Sheffield have been. Yeah, make sure Balogun proves that this ain't a fluke, innit? I'd loan him to Crystal Palace. They struggle to score goals. You could get games there and obviously sign a deal. But you could, if we sell Balogun too early, we might say we sold him too early. If he doesn't show this red hot form, we could probably say we kept on hold of him for too late. And he's still a young striker to draw conclusions on relatively. But if someone's going to give us 25, 30 mil and we're going to slap that on top of something and it's a means to an end, because I'm not going to lie, I'm all for the Haaland youngsters getting chances, but Champions League, trying to do what we're doing this year, it's another ball game, man, and not everyone can do all of that. I think we need a striker, man. Why does it matter how many seasons? Did you see his team talk when Odegaard was hiding and didn't know what to do? Captain can't hide, but maybe I'm wrong. It's true, man, but at least he's involved in 2 of the goals. Odegaard's a lot more proactive, but we've got bare featherweight players and fair weather players. We just ain't got the dog in us. Balogun to Brighton on loan, in theory, yeah, but you're not gonna play like that. You're not gonna play like that at Brighton. They got Ferguson, they got bare guys. We need to loan you somewhere where there's no options. Like Crystal Palace, bro, you can play ahead of IU and the other dons, assuming they don't buy a striker. Like you see with Reims, obviously they let Hugo Ekitike go. They didn't really have the resources to bring someone else in. Balogun's gonna play like Brighton. You think you would learn a lot, provided you're gonna play it, be a good club. But are you guaranteed? Is he guaranteed? Is Balogun near enough guaranteed? I think he'd near enough be guaranteed a lot of minutes at Palace. If I'm honest, I can't say at Brighton. They've got too many wavy guys. Gomez, Cole Palmer. That's the thing. But it's with Balogun, because Balogun might say, do you know what, I'm not really on it, I want to go somewhere I'm more likely to play. So it all depends what the club think, what Balogun think, we take it from there. In the ideal world, Arteta run the rule over him in pre-season. Not that pre-season can change too much of your opinion, and to consider what he's done so far and then take it from there, innit? But offside here, but not every Haaland Don can play. Do we have to play holding? What else could we do, man? Could throw in Kirill, could change formation. At this point, might as well run the same things we're doing, man. And I hope Edu is on the phone, right-sided centre-back, right-back. If Tierney leaves left-back, definitely a couple of centre-mids. For me, either a next winger or a guy like Trossard that can play everywhere, or you bring in a striker, because there's no romance, man. No, unless you're gonna make a like for like, if Tomiyasu was fit, then maybe Tomiyasu just goes centre back and Benjamin White keeps his stuff going with Saka or one of the two. But injuries happen, man. I'd prefer. I'm not really with the Trossard playing in the 8 thing that some Arsenal fans are running with. I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm not against it in theory, but I'd more want Odegaard to play the 8. Trossard, you play as a 10. Take it from there. Because as much as I like Trossard in the false 9 role, sometimes we're going to need again, when he came off the bench against Liverpool, we needed just a hold-up, man. Shout out to Billy Sharp, speaking of hold-up, man. Because ever since he's come on the pitch, there's been a tiny bit more, man. You could do that. Training mode for City. City respectfully haven't had to be at anything more than 60% today. Where do you expect to finish in the Champions League next season? Obviously, I'd love to go all the way, like we see Benfica doing, go to the latter stages. But for me, just get out the group, or I think they're changing the rules actually for next year. I could be wrong. Just get into the latter stages, take it from there. Just avoid dropping into the Europa League. Take it from there, innit? Even playing Zinchenko in midfield, like, there's got to be a reason Arteta currently and Pep have been reluctant to give Zinchenko a role organically in midfield, not being a fullback and running in there. There's got to be some reason as to why it's not being done, but we're down to our bare bones. What more can you do, really? There's been a bit more fight from Sheffield United, but it's 3-0, innit? Fight hype. And despite the fact that I think Sheffield have actually done well today, this is probably a scoreline, maybe more, but this is probably a scoreline a lot of people expected. There's still about 18 minutes plus added on time. I mean, Ollie McBurney and Billy Sharper have brought something. I'm sure the manager might be thinking, should he have gone a bit more? It's been positive changes from Sheffield United. Got like 3 forwards on now. Trust. What's the next Arsenal game trying to go to? Bro, have you tried to get an Arsenal ticket through legitimate sources in the last season? It's difficult, man. Difficult. Real Madrid versus Celta Vigo tonight, 7:30. Chance to watch Gabby Vega and ITV4. Let's record that. Ball into the box by Sheffield. Come on, man. Give the fans something. At least get one, man. Mash up the clean sheet. Give City something to think about. Let's watch that. Watch Gabby Figa and that. Riyad Mahrez. Cole Palmer. Oh, he had to. You're going to pick up a yellow bulldog, I believe. Sorry, Ollie Norwood. He had to do it. That's something Arsenal need to learn. They probably would have conceded a 4th. Might have to hit up them Banduli Snapchat plugs. I ain't got the heart for it, man. Like, I ain't got the heart to do the bookie thing anymore. Unless it's my trusted sources. I don't want people doing a finesse. I saw stats that our players not passed the holders seriously. Look at the stats. Some of our players refused to pass the holder. Point me in the right direction, but it wouldn't surprise me. Like, Holding's not in the right positions half the time, and he's timid on the ball, innit? If you know your teammate, you're not going to ask him to that. Even though I'm not going to lie, I think Holding was a lot braver against South. Again, the expectations for Rob Holding in terms of his ball playing ability are on the floor, but I think he was a lot braver, if anything. And although Holding's got evident limitations defensively on the ball and there's nervy moments, I think he did a thing. Have you ever been scammed online or in real life? Nope. I mean, I idiot. Nope. Sander Berge off. A man linked with Arsenal, a man linked with a couple of clubs. Changing the system against City won't help at all. Will only confuse players and cause more doubt and pressure. I agree. I think there has to become a reality one day where we can do that, but I don't. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't, innit? So it is what it is. More substitutions for Sheffield. Bogle's coming on. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who this back he is. Big him up, though. They've taken off this defender. I can't say his name. I mean, no disrespect, but Ahmed Hovzic. He's meant to be highly rated and someone that's being linked with stuff. I can't lie. Your stories make me laugh too much. Hey, big up you, man. Hey, D Gooner 04 on Snapchat, man. Make sure you're following on Snap, on Insta, on all these things. DG, do you think Saliba will play on Wednesday? Well, unless you've given him some pain-killing injections, it's a myth, man. Bro, Saka and Martinelli are my guys, but I don't know for that riding them thing. Couldn't have typed that better way. Akanji. Come on, Sheffield, man. We're not out of this. Come on. Come on, man. Giving a good account of ourselves, but I say, Sheffield for 90 minutes. In fact, no, I'm not with Sheffield because that means 2 losses against City in a matter of days, but potentially. But at the end of the day, semi-final 3-0, one-way traffic. City, I don't think too many players have dirty kits. Calvin Phillips, charity minutes. Sergio Gomez and that is what it is. Business as usual. Now the final will be a lot tougher, regardless of if it's Man United or Brighton. I hope Brighton win it, actually. We need 4 or 5 players to compete next season, considering other teams will likely improve. We need some harsh decisions. There's players that play week in, week out for Arsenal Football Club that I love. I think, Granit should still stay and be part of the squad. But I think we need an upgrade on what Arteta demands of him. And as much as I like Xhaka, and it's a testament to him, I don't think Xhaka is a player that Arsenal should be missing. I've got a lot of time for Gabriel and Ramsdale. And it's not so much for next season, but as we're getting better and better, the frequencies of mistakes, it needs to cut out. And that might be areas to improve upon. Even Gabriel Jesus, I think we might have to do what City did. You're part of the squad. I don't know if you could be the main striker like that. I don't know, man. Hey, I'm in. Go away, man. You've been talking crap for hours, man. You're not bored. Allow me, man. Saliba needs a new centre back. Ben White needs to get a bit harsh on Benjamin. Bit harsh. Bit harsh on Benjamin. Phil Foldinho. Cole Palmer. You're hitting Swansea soon, man. Twisting and turning. Cute player, very good on the ball, but you're hitting Swansea in that scene, man. The City team might get rubbed out. Gomez, you're hitting Australia or somewhere. Cole Palmer. Arsenal need a proper number 9. Jesus good, but isn't a ruthless finisher. Love Jesus. You're too good not to score more goals, and you've been in relative good form since you've returned from injury properly. And you say yesterday was the first game he was really meaty, if I'm honest with you, but I think Jesus' gift is also a curse, a bit like Lacazette. Sometimes there's games you just want him to occupy the centre-backs. Just look at the way City, they play total football, total domination. Exactly. Manage the tempo of the game as well. Kyle Walker, Bernardo Silva looks so different with his haircut. All action, there and whatnot. Unlucky Sheffield, man. It's calm. We go again. That's happens with oil. Bro, do you know what? Oil money, American money, this money. Don't hate the player, hate the game, innit? Everyone in England's doing the money thing now. Everyone's got peace. Couple championship teams soon are going to be able to outspend other top clubs in Europe, in and around Europe. Do you rate Maddison? Yeah, baller. I don't think there's a need for him at Arsenal. I would take him, but I don't think there's a need. Yes, he can play as an 8-10 wide playmaker and that, but I think we need a couple of pure centre mids that you're actually just going to play in the pivot. You don't play everywhere. You can do all of that, but you centre mid is your thing. Like Declan Rice, like Lavia, like Zubamendi, like Caicedo, people of that ilk. Gomez. This football is not good to watch. Jason, respectfully, I disagree, man. City are so good. Sometimes it's boring and it almost doesn't have a soul, but I think Pep Guardiola's teams are a joy to watch, man. How they manage the games. Actually, I don't know about you lot, but I typically watch, definitely when Arsenal play. I actually don't watch when the football's in play. I watch what everyone else is doing because that's where the devil lies, in the detail. Like you just see Sergio Gomez doing up inverted left back there. I do have to laugh when some Arsenal fans going on about oil money with Fly Emirates on the shirt. Good thing I weren't me in it. We all right. And that's why I find this ethical thing stupid in football, man. Especially like, let's be honest, there is a lot of racism and a lot of things when it comes to Arab owners or Middle Eastern owners and things. Especially in about ruining the game. Like, especially the language. You look at, obviously people are asking questions of what Todd Burhey's doing, but the whole language around Todd Burhey compared to, Newcastle's owners and things is very different. I would keep Tierney personally, but if he wants to keep it moving, cutting it. As much as we've got this inverted fullback thing, I think we need guys that are for the trenches. As much as Zinchenko's lit, there's times where we just need to defend. Rico Lewis is coming on for Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva's got a massive engine, probably starts against us on Wednesday. 9 minutes left of the game, comes off. And do you know what? Big up Rico Lewis, but he's a young tug. Pardon me, you see, as it got to the business end of the season, Rico Lewis can't be seen again like that. He's playing in the FA Cup where there's 9 minutes and they're winning 3-0. This is what we need to get to. All over the top to Jesus, volley over the crossbar should have been a goal. Jesus' finishing was a joke yesterday, man. Boying it. I mean, big up to him for laying on Nelson where Nelson's had the shot, Saka's tapped it in, but it happens, innit? You were just rubbish yesterday, Jesus. You're still my guy. You've still been good, but you were just rubbish yesterday. Phil Foden, lovely footballer. Probably unfortunate to a degree at City, or you would see a lot more ranting and raving about him. Wasserman would be what we need, but can't get him. I hear that. So last with Manchester City on the bench. Hopefully we can wipe that smile on Wednesday. Nothing's impossible, innit? I don't believe. Hopefully the players believe, though. Appreciative to you lot tuned in. It's been a fantastic watch along, as it always is with you lot. I'd be more worried about Arsenal if you got Martinez at centre back instead of him coming to us at United. Saliba and Martinez would have been illegal, would have been lit. But it makes me, with the Martinez thing, where would he have played? Because I know Arsenal fans were waffling about, yeah, he can play left back, he can play left back. At the time when I was doing the vids, Transfer Mark said he's played 12 times as a left back. Now, when Arsenal was scouting him, regardless of if they were going to change his position, where was he playing for Ajax? Left back. He would have been a lovely signing. But it makes me think, as much as Gabriel's got a bozo gene, I think he's had a good season and I do like him. It makes me wonder about his progress. It makes me wonder about, would we have signed Zinchenko or what would have happened there? It makes me wonder, while Martinez can play ball, he's clearly more comfortable as a centre-back. What would have happened there, sort of thing. City could have been in here again. Unfortunately, not for them anyway. Sergio Gomez. Oh, cheeky little nutmeg. You got to kick him. Might as well kick him. Puts the ball into the box. Evades the young Rico Lewis. Finds Mahrez. He's going to do the Arsenal in 4 goals. Chop City for Mahrez. Calvin Phillips. Young Rico Lewis. Calvin Phillips. The Love Island Dons connecting. Laporte. Sergio Gomez. Clips it over the top. Brings in the experienced Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker tries to put it into the box. What was that, Alvarez? You're better than that. Alvarez, you've been a bit dodgy today. Nelson is always lively when he comes on. I wanted to see him coming on earlier. Let me give you an ultimatum, DG. Either keep Balogun and go big in midfield, i.e. 2 players, will sell Balogun, get a certified bagsman, push Jesus right wing more often, but just 1 player in midfield. That's a good one. And I'm a bit greedy, but it's like a fat kid. I want both cakes because I want to keep Balogun, but you know what? If you go and bring me 2 30 centre mids, like Caicedo, Rice, Zubimendi, 2 30 guys, then I'll deal with what we got to deal with up front in it. That will be on the wish list for next season. But then the second part, I don't mind Jesus. I think Jesus, if you bring in, we could be a bit cute and clever with Jesus in that regards. And indirectly, you don't need to bring in another winger because you got Trossard, you got Jesus' ability. That can be Saka's deputy. And if you bring in a bagsman, at the end of the day, defense wins you titles. We need to improve in that. But when you got a proper goal scorer, he can move mad. So, and I think, especially if it would be a physical man, if we could find Adebayor when he was at Monaco or a Giroud sort of profile, we need someone 6 foot that can just play with their back to goal. I think that's kind of as important. But I think the number 1 priority has to be midfield. So I'd probably say 2 midfielders, man. I don't see us getting Caicedo and Rice because it's peas, but we need. I think anyway, if not the necessary players, the profile of an 8 and a 6. There's no either or. It just goes back to when we signed Partey. Goals are not a problem this season. They're not, but in crucial moments, I think they are, if I'm honest. And I think we need a consistent goal for it. We've been sharing out the goals, you're right. But Saka and Martinelli are young players. They're not. It's not like, and I'm not making excuses. Saka, this is his 2nd year in terms of consistent bagsman stuff. This is Martinelli's 1st season where he arrived. Smith Rowe did it last year. I think we need someone that, while we've been sharing out the goals, Odegaard too, we need some confirmation. So if you could get me a confirmed bagsman, where as great as we are, I wouldn't even say nobody. In fact, Martinelli's hungry for goals. Saka's done it since he's been here now and been playing right wing. I wouldn't necessarily say Odegaard is a goal scorer. Jesus is a goal scorer. They've got the capacity and they've obviously got the back records to show it. But if you could get someone with that reputation, I'm for it, man. Especially if we're in the Champions League. There's certain things that we've done positively and negatively this season that if we rock up within the Champions League, we're going to be in trouble. City gave the ball away. I don't want Rabiot. Good player, but too much baggage. Sheffield United looked a lot more positive since going literally a couple more goals down, but it don't mean much positive. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, crucial moments. It slaps different, man. When we had Henry, when we had Alexis, when you've got one of them confirmed talisman in your team, it's not even when you're playing well. Sometimes them guys look how many times did Let's Have It Right. We play absolutely crap, and Alexis was just scumbag in some games. I believe United can beat City in the final. I mean, I wouldn't bet on United, but anything can happen in the final, man. Anything. So you're in it to win it. No worries, Jay, man. It's a good question. Oof, Ortega of Man City backs himself in possession. Ooh, Joe Gomez, Sergio Gomez, hospital passer. Kanji got him out of that. Calvin Phillips, Kyle Walker, he's like 21 years of age today. In recent games, I haven't seen him fly up and down as much as this. He finds young Rico Lewis, won it too long in possession. He loses the ball. Sheffield looking to break. This Koulibaly guy is fairly tidy in possession, isn't it? Robertson, the ex-Liverpool man, you're going to get caught lacking. You're lucky you played it back to Fodringham. But it's given straight back to City. The dream would be Harry Kane. We shouldn't have released him from our academy. And who knows, without that adversity, he might not be the same Harry Kane, but he shouldn't have gone. Bayern Munich stumbling, Tuchel not having an effect. I don't know what's going on there, but you could say that. But Tuchel's going to at least... His question marks will still happen, but I don't think he's going to be crucified for any failings of Bayern Munich this year. Next year now, question marks. Hey, Kanji. I appreciate the rational takes from Deluded for real. The Arsenal fan base is bare reactionary, man. Every fan base has got them, and obviously I can't talk for everyone, but we live in a day and age where you just scream and shout, you move mad. Engagement. Like, if you ever heard me shout, if you've ever heard me be quiet or look like I want to cry, that has been my authentic reaction. And the game's the game, innit? Like, I ain't gonna get into all of this, but I've been in my early days in YouTube, especially when I was going on other platforms. I've literally been there when people don't agree with certain things and they say, once the camera goes on, I'm gonna say this and that. It's like WWE. City will win the league, probably, unfortunately. They lost 3-0. Oh, boy. It's going from bad to worse, isn't it, really? Sergio Gomez. Probably not going to see him for a while. Kyle Walker. Anything can happen, and you'd imagine a couple of players, a Kanji and that, but you'd imagine the vast majority of the players on the pitch right now might not necessarily start on Wednesday. Like, Kyle Walker's about to get 90 minutes. Is he necessarily going to start? Mahrez, is he going to start? I think Bernardo Silva's always a thorn in Arsenal's side. I think if I was City, I would play him, but City got enough players like that. Pardon me. I hope Sergio Gomez plays against Arsenal because Saka will put you on toast, lad. Would I rate Colo if interested? What do you mean by that? Sheffield United in possession. Don't lose it there. Come on, man. Come on. You're a professional footballer. Your teammates got you out of that. Ollie Norwood has done very well. Come on. Look after the ball. Koulibaly, brother's kind of tidy, isn't it? How old are you? He's lost the ball now, but you're fairly tidy. Sheffield United. Oh, it's peak. Oh, you're lucky. It's just not Julian Alvarez's day. He shanked it wide. It should be 4. Fair enough. Played once for Mali. 22 years of age. Not the worst. Fair enough. I like him a lot. From what I've seen, look a bit tidy. Clearly, there's got to be a reason you're on the bench. Bro, what we saying for Wednesday? Hope and pray and hope, my guy. Like, hope for the best, expect the worst. At least fight, innit? Any optimism from me is out the window. Mahrez, hat-trick, madness. I no wonder you betted on that. There is one scenario where we can sign Harry Kane, is that if Levy refuses to sell him, Harry Kane runs down his contract, Arteta and Eddie convince Harry to stay in London and forget his legacy at Spurs. In today's day and age, you'll probably get drilled on, man. The days of Sol Campbell probably gone. Would love that, but he'll be 32. He'll probably be 30 by then, isn't it? Or 31. Rico Lewis has done very well. Phil Foldinho finds Mahrez. Can Mahrez do the 4-4 goal like Arshavin? That's a poor pass from Mahrez to Rico Lewis. Is that a corner for the Troubles? I don't know. 3 minutes of added on time. We've got probably just over a minute left. Again, if you haven't smashed the like button, please do. If you have hit the like button on YouTube, appreciate that. Appreciate the Twitch runs, your talking points, your questions, your banter. As usual, you lot are in top form. Just wish my club was like that on Friday. But it is what it is. Shortly taken corner. Foden, Mahrez, Gomez, Cole Palmer. The young G's got to take your chance. Cole Palmer. Oh, how? Appeals for a corner not given. It's whistled across the area. Felt, Pep's pulling out the non-existent hairs on his head. Whistled across. He's gone for goal, innit? It's one where you got to lie and say, "Wallahi, I try pass and stuff." I shouldn't be lying, but Cole Palmer, I know you've gone for goal. Unless you've done the giving the eyes thing, I would swear I tried pass it, but I think you went for goal there. Nonetheless, it's decent. If you're talking about Cole Omani, I don't know how I feel about him because strikers, there's a lot of players I like and I like him, but I have to wait to be like 100%. You look like you've got talent. So I wouldn't mind it, but in today's day and age, bro, it's going to cost ridiculous peas. You have to, in today's day and age, it pays to be there. Look at Brighton. Don't matter where these guys are from, all over the world, there's lit players. If we were to sign Cole Omani, it probably mean maybe Eddie, but considering everything with the contract and all of that, Balogun probably be sold, them funds reinvested. And to be fair, this season, we need to shred some of the resources to put it towards more positive things, Again, Ramsdale, White, and Foden, lovely play. Sorry, Sergio Gomez, and he's lost it. He's doing too much. He's won a free kick. You've got them new contracts coming into play, and a couple of other players are rumored for that as well. So we have to account that, but we need to free up funds. Again, it doesn't matter how. We just have to accept what it is with Pepe. Free up the 100. The game's done, by the way, people. Free up the 140k. Get rid of the Ainsleys, the Cedrics, the Maries, the Tavareses. Just free up funds, really and truly. Sheffield United 0, Mahrez and Manchester City 3. Manchester City have won today 3-0. Mahrez collects the match ball. It's a hat-trick for Mahrez. It's a bitter pill to swallow for Sheffield United because I do think they're giving a good account of themselves, and in many ways they don't deserve to lose 3-0. But they've shot themselves in the foot. 2 lapses in concentration for the 2 goals in the first half. Penalty in the second half. Penalty in the first half. 3 silly mistakes. I don't think it's fair to say Sheffield United lack courage, but I think in an attacking sense, if they review this game again, or when some of the players think about it, they would have probably loved to have been a bit braver in possession. As one of you put it, they were playing hot potato. Tomorrow, we're going to find out if Brighton or Man City win. And look at the players. Mahrez and Cole Palmer going mad. What's going there with Pep? Oh, Pep's being surrounded. I can't lie. Wembley is emptying very quickly. Boy, hat-trick for Riyad Mahrez. So tomorrow we're going to find out if it will be a Brighton Man City game or if it will be a Manchester derby for the FA Cup final. So we'll have to see. Top watch along, DG. Big up to you, articulated and real. I appreciate it, and it's made because of you lot. This is our platforms on Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, make sure you lot are smashing the like button and all of that. Just too strong, man. You got again, Sheffield. But you just don't want to have regrets. And I think Sheffield have given a good account of themselves, but I think there'll probably be a regret. If I look at it harshly, beyond the obvious that City there's a golfing talent, I don't think City had to be at anything more than maybe 40%. And I think if the Sheffield boys had it again, they'd like to be a bit braver. I think Sheffield looked a lot better when they kind of went for it. Billy Sharp came on, Ollie McBurney. Not that he had the best of games just because of the positions being taken up, but they're out. Second live stream of the weekend, appreciative to you lot that were at Arsenal versus Southampton and you lot here today. Yeah, man, it's been 2 hours now. Appreciate you lot. Second live stream of the day because we spoke about Arsenal and reacted to the game. I'm going to let you lot rest up and whatnot, people. So, yeah, you lot enjoy what's left of your weekend. I'll be back tomorrow. Make sure you've turned on your notifications. You're following on all the platforms. We might watch both, but we definitely will either watch Newcastle. There'll be one of the two in it, Newcastle and Spurs and Manchester United, Brighton. I'm almost forgetting. But yeah, I'm off to chill off now, man. You lot stay safe, stay blessed. I'm out.
There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like. There's always just that active red flag defending. I think it's like.